so much of what I talk about actually is not valid prior to the internet.
You know, one of the biggest things is I want people to realize this, and I want to tell you a quick story, football story, so we can all relate to this. So I'll never forget when I was 12 years old, and this was, my dad was a great mentor, but sometimes he didn't understand where he was coming from. You know, we didn't grow up with the richest of riches. We grew up in the poorest. And
where did you grow up again? Remind me.
We grew up actually in Cedar Grove, New Jersey, and you know, people don't. You know, you may see something on the outside, but that's not what's going on the inside.
Yeah,
what I mean by that is that, you know, they may say like, okay, well, you didn't grow up, but we did. And my dad was out of work at that time, and we were watching a game on TV. It was the Giants playing, and my dad asked me a question. He said, you know, who's the best player on the team? And I was like, as a quarterback. He's like, no. And I said, it's a linebacker, so-and-so. And so I named all the players like that. Who is it? He said, it's somebody up in the stands. It's the best player on the team. He goes, listen, the best player on any field in any stadium is in the stands. But what happened? He's allowed himself to be defeated by himself through other barriers. Maybe his father put him down. Maybe his father beat him. Maybe he didn't have the money, the time, whatever it was. And he allowed. And now he's wearing somebody else's name on the back of his jersey. And now he's a fan clapping for somebody when he should have been clapping for himself. And I always,
that's a tremendous perspective play by your dad, because, you know, I agree with that completely.
And then you know, we don't have to have a grass field or play. Our play could be our desk. Our play could be the Little League. Our play could be, you know, working at home. It could be just being a parent or whatever it is. But you have to be that quarterback of your life. You have to be the one calling the plays and throwing, calling the auto balls when you see things changing.
Well, the biggest part about that is, you know, if everybody who's listening who has a smartphone actually has a field now.
100%.
That's what's so different. So much of what I talk about actually is not valid prior to the internet. I really mean this. This is why I really, really desperately hope that heaven can watch everything, because I think so much of what I'm trying to put out, has people struggle with because they don't understand the context of the internet being at scale only after 20 years, 25 years of its modern kind of formation. Obviously, the internet was around before and it was the military. But listen, for everybody listening, the internet's really a 1994, 1993, 1995 thing. That's when it kind of started, you know? And really it wasn't until like early 2000 that you started getting even kind of a oomph of people on. And now we're at a place where everyone's on, at least in, you know, modern civilization. And like, it's a big deal. Like, you know, back to not having money. Like, look, listen, very simply and very true. If you're an athlete and you didn't have the dollars and things of that nature, to your point, you could have persevered, because I always say to people, show me one person that made it from your situation and that it's possible. So you can tell me about your alcoholic abusing parents. You could talk to me about poverty. But when I can point to Jay-Z, or when I can point to an NFL player that made it from your hood, you now have no excuse, because there's an example. I do not believe in Bigfoot and unicorns, but I'm ready to. Like, show me one, and I'm like, there it is, and that's that. So to me, there was a lot of real around that math. To your point, this cell phone thing is fucking crazy.
That's our field. That's our play. People can be anything they want and create anything they want. That's why I say we have the answers to the test,
100%.
whether it's the phone, whether it's your desk, whatever's in front of you.
And the most important
field.
platforms are free.
Platforms.
This is why I get mad when people are like, oh, Instagram's organic reach is going down. I'm like, it's fucking free. It's fucking free. Like, if you, listen, take it from somebody who had to run an ad in the New York Times for his dad's liquor store to get awareness. That cost me $44,000 I didn't have. You know, I just think that we're living through a really interesting time. I'm just happy that there's, you know, obviously I'm sure the people that are listening, so many of the words that are coming out of your mouth are verbatim or unbelievably similar.